On this episode of Path to Performance, presented by Castrol Edge.
Here we go.
I just don't think it's going to happen, so we're going to have to pivot on to something else.
Is it going to be for everybody? No, absolutely not. I mean, there's probably people that are going to say, why'd they bring it not painted?
I think the reason why he wants the Trino is obviously it has the mods.
It's 11th hour. That's what we're going to do then? We got to get busy.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have much of an option, do we?
No, not really.
This year, we're taking you inside the garages of 4 of the best builders as they bring their cars to life. One of them could take home the Barrett-Jackson Cup. This is the Path to Performance, presented by Castrol Edge.
Hey, we got to talk about this car.
All right.
Customers had a situation come up that I think we're just going to have to drop it right now, and we got to pivot on to something else.
We've been working on this thing all year, though.
Yeah.
We got this much invested into it. We really need to push forward and try to get this thing done for the Cup.
I just don't think it's going to happen, so we're going to have to pivot on to something else and see what our options are.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's just see what else we got around the shop that some potential that we can take.
Well, maybe I'll take a look at this truck over here.
Yeah, it's pretty high-end truck. It's got a roaster shop fast track IRS with a Wagner Motorsports Whipple LT4 10-speed. This thing would be super high performance, but
I think
the time frame I don't think is realistic. Take a look at this Firebird. You know, this Firebird with another roaster shop fast track LT4 first gen. This thing is going to be a super high-end car, but again, time frame just isn't realistic to try to get this car done for this year's Barrett-Jackson Cup. Let's see what else we got. I think this one really fits the mold more or less for the Barrett-Jackson Cup. All right, so it's the 11th hour. Is this what we're going to do then? We got to get busy.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have much of an option, do we?
No, not really.
I'm not mad or disappointed or anything like that. I mean, it's just sometimes things like this happen, and it's just life.
Let's see how the bare metal car is coming along at BBT's.
So since the last time you guys were here, we've got a lot of the side trim on the car. We're still finishing up on taillight trim. We've got all the windshield trim fitting. You can see here on the windshield trim, we've taken this, which was normally a total of 4 pieces, and we've broken it down into 2 pieces. So now we've just got the 1 piece across the top, and then starting here all the way around is all 1 piece. There would have normally been a seam here, and then in the center. Again, we also did the same thing here with the side trim. So Carl took the side trim and shifted it forward, and then angle cut it so when you look down the car, you don't see the gap in the door. And everything flows a lot better. We've got our mirrors on the car. This is something that we make and manufacture from our other company, Intech Auto. Also, since the last time you guys were here, we've got the car completely wired. So in the back, we've mounted pretty much all of our fuses and electrical modules have all been mounted back here in the back of the car. We've got the headlights in and the headlight trim. So we've machined the bezel around the trim, and then the turn signals are located here and here, versus the factory, they were up here. So we wanted to get rid of that and move them down, get a cleaner look. And part of the reason for that is because then we came up here and designed the eyebrow trim that comes across the hood. So now every bit of air that comes in through this eyebrow opening goes to the air filter. Every bit of air that comes in through the grill will go to the radiator. I would say there's probably not going to be a detail overlooked on this car.
You know, with the shift in the not bringing the Nova to the Cup, you know, I think it's still important to show up, even though it might cause a little bit of stress in the shop to get this car done now. I think the Trino fits the mold for the Barrett-Jackson Cup a lot more than any other car that we are building in the shop.
I think the reason why he wants the Trino is obviously it has the mods.
So we just got the car back from upholstery. There's a handful of things that we still need to finish. Obviously, the rear window needs to go in it. We chose this wheel with the center lock. It just kind of carries the 60s muscle car theme. These are custom Shelby, taillights, and then we had advanced plate in black chrome, and then recessed the bumper into the body. We just got the grill back from being machined. It's a custom billet grill that we decided to machine for this vehicle. We really wanted to work with this very well-known engine builder that specializes in these big block FE engines. It's 482 cubic inch. They dynoed at about 650 horsepower. I can't wait to see how this thing performs.
I'm not worried about paint stripes. I can do that, buffing it. To me, that's all on me. I'm not worried about it. I guess the biggest thing is just the unknowns. It's the stuff that I have no control over is what I worry about.
So we're closing in on the Torino. Next up, we got to get oil in it and get this thing ready to fire up for the first time. We are using Castrol Edge 5W30 for this project. From what we found out in our testing of rigorous autocross, road racing, it's the highest performing oil that we've ever used to date, and it's just the perfect match.
The performance of everything on the car, as far as drivability wise, has been fantastic. Here we go. Some of the few little details that we have left is we've still got the grille to make. Right now, I'm working on inner fender well panels that go in the wheel well, so to seal everything off. Once we've made all the new inner fender wells, all the original stuff is out the window. We've got the rear trunk trim across the back of the deck lid that we have to finish up, and then it just needs a thorough cleaning and a couple last minute details. Right now, this top of the console is just 3D printed. The console itself was fabricated out of aluminum sheet, formed and then welded together. We also wanted an armrest, but we didn't want a giant center console. So what we came up with was a sliding lid system. So when you're in the car, this is real nice and low to the seat, but when you're ready to drive, you pull it back, it hits the detent, the armrest is in the perfect height because now it's taller. The whole mechanism here was designed on the computer, 3D printed, proofed out, and then we machined it out of aluminum in the machine behind us.
I think pivoting from the Nova to the Torino actually increases our chances of having a serious contender to win the Barrett-Jackson Cup.
I think we're gonna bring an added element that nobody else will have, and that is the shock factor of the car being in bare metal. Is it gonna be for everybody? No, absolutely not. I mean, there's probably people that are gonna say, why'd they bring it not painted, and you know, it's not finished, and so on and so forth. But to the true car people, I think they're gonna really appreciate it.